I was just outside talking to Dr. Neil Shah, and I've learned so much from Dr. Shah about how to speak on the campaign trail, what's happening in this world, and Dr. Shah unfortunately didn't get the endorsement, but he's not done fighting, and he can tell us a little bit about what he's doing to continue fighting for the people of Minnesota. So Dr. Shah, everybody.
For being here tonight. I was honored to be asked to come say a few words here, and I can't think of a better person to say those words in support of. We met for the first time not terribly far away from here at a health freedom rally. Temperature was about the same, and it was in August of last year, right after I got into the race. And Mark was such a warrior for our health freedoms. And that, I think, showed him just how necessary it is for ordinary people to get involved. And Mark and I are ordinary people, all right? We are citizens who want to serve. And we need more of that in St. Paul and in Washington. So I can't think of anyone else that I'd want to be supporting freedom and liberty than Mark Bishofsky. And to show you how much yeah, absolutely, please clap that. To show you just how terrified the powers that be are of that. 80+% first round endorsement, a ringing endorsement. And yet, there is a primary challenger from the establishment. So the battle just isn't against the DFL. It would be quite pleasant if that's all it was. If we were, just like in the gubernatorial race, running against the crazy leftist DFL opponent right now. But we're not. And we need to get through that primary. And that's why this fundraiser is so absolutely critical. And for those of you who can give, dig deep and give. Find those candidates like Mark that are the real deal, that deserve your dollars. Don't just throw it in the GOP pot and say it's going to go to good places. It may be going against someone who's an endorsed candidate. Pick. We have some great ones, some great liberty-minded folks that are running this year, anti-establishment, running from the outside, ordinary people called to serve their communities because of everything they've seen over the last few years. Support those candidates. This is a year we're not going to get for a very, very long time. The wind is completely at our back, but that doesn't mean that we don't face challenges. We have to get Mark that primary win, and then we absolutely have to go to war this fall with a radical leftist that's trying to run against him. And we have to repeat that throughout every Senate district and every House race in this state. We need to help people running for Congress. We need to help everybody. Scott Jensen, all the rest of the constitutionals. We have to get the radical left out of office. But I think the most important thing are these House and Senate seats. Because this is where, if we can get, there can only be one more, but if we get a few people to support more, and then we get a group in the Senate that's strong constitutional conservatives, that's where all of this begins. Where you can actually force the establishment to vote and get their name up on the board with a light behind it about how you voted, not hide the stuff in committee, kill it in committee or kill it behind closed doors. You can start to agitate change and make the Minnesota GOP slowly into an entity you will feel great about writing a large check to because it's well run and they have great candidates that they're supporting and they play by the rules. We're ways from that. So these seats locally, I know it's tempting to think of, well, we either need 6 or 2 and we can flip those. And yeah, I really hope we hold Tom's and I really hope that Tyler wins in 2. But for Minnesota, to save Minnesota, these House and Senate seats are really the most critical. And especially in areas where we have an amazing candidate who's being challenged, an endorsed candidate who's being challenged by the establishment. This is where we need to put our foot on the ground and say, no, these endorsements mean something. The will of the people means something. We will fight and defend these candidates and we will get them elected. So that's why I think we all have to dig deep. We have to give time. We have to give treasure, ideally both, and we have to get Mark across the finish line. We know at a national level what some of the themes are going to be this year. I mean, today, let's take the victories when we get the victories. Massive victory for the Second Amendment, right? Heck yeah! And hopefully, soon, we'll have a case that starts the end of the baby killing industry. So So it can seem bleak at times, but I'm here to tell you that there is hope. When you have top flight candidates like Mark Bishofsky running, when you have some of the other constitutionally minded candidates we have running throughout the state, when you have people taking over their BPOUs because of the corruption they've seen firsthand, so they can become party leadership, so they can get on state central, so they can make the Minnesota GOP an honest organization, this is us winning. This is what it looks like. But it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take concerted effort over years. And once Mark's in there, the checks need to keep going. The volunteers need to keep coming because they will take anyone that is a lion for liberty and they will try to smash them every chance they get. And if it's not our side, it will be the DFL. So we have to be vigilant, we have to be engaged, we have to be involved, and we need to continue to find other people to follow Mark. What is the situation with the school board? What is the situation with your city council, mayors, all those positions that make America, that should be the most important portions of America, are the ones that we need to fight, defend, and take back. It's our state, it's our country, and we can do it. We can do it only if we work together and really dedicate time and resources to it. So I'm happy to play my role at this point, which is I'm happy to be your sparring partner. I'll do my best to be a radical leftist and see if I can give you a hard time so you can actually defeat him on that debate stage. I'll do everything I can to help other people that are running. I've certainly opened my checkbook to the people that I can to help get elected, and I hope that you can do that too. That's the main reason we're here tonight. Meet people, get excited, but we have to make sure that Mark has the war chest and the volunteers to actually get this across the finish line. So thank you so much for running. Thank you to your wife and family for letting you run, because that is no fun. You and Sarah can play that. And thank all of you for being here tonight in support of probably the best candidate that I've had a chance of meeting, and someone that I know is a true believer in freedom and liberty, and someone who's been fighting this despite the personal costs in time and reputation, all those things that come with it since last summer. So thank you, Mark, and it's an honor to be here, and thank you guys all for being here as well. Yeah.